Hi. People said hello, 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 hello. Can you hear me? Kindly confirm if you can hear me. Kindly confirm if you can hear me, please. I don't know how I got here. Okay. So, okay, yes, I see hands. I see hands. I see hands. Thank you so much. I see hands. Welcome, guys. I'm so excited. Not for so many reasons. I'm actually oh my god, I see 16 people. You guys are so early. First of all, I apologize. Let me shout out to everybody that is here already. We have Adeshida, Amarachi, Bolanle, Bumi, Chinonso, Poka, Eniola, Faye. We have Justin, we have Kosi Sochuku, Lynn, Mercy, Toby, Omolola, Ruth, and Uju. Shout out to all of you, fam. You guys are the best. First of all, it took a country to get me here today. A lot happened, but I'm not even going to bore you with that. If you're having any issues joining in, the tech team is already giving like support. If you know someone that is finding it hard, the tech team is giving support. There's also a second option, which is not my preferred option, which is the YouTube link that is currently on. But my preferred option is here because I can see you guys chatting here. So let me open the chat box. Let me test the chat box. So kindly tell me where you're joining us from. I'm currently live from the United States of America. That's a joke. I'm live from the United Surulere. Yeah, from the United Surulere. So kindly tell me where you're from. Type in the chat box. Let me see where you're joining us from. Are you in the United States? Are you in Kano? Are you in Kafanchan? Are you in Kogi? Are you in Benue? Are you in Australia? Just tell me. That's what I want to see right now. Okay. I'm yet to see where we are at. Am I the one that is not seeing where you are dropping it? Or you people cannot type? There's a chat icon. So, okay, I see the first person. Kosisochiku says he's in Akure, Ondo State. And Yola says Lagos. Amazing. I see Lagos. And Yola, Lagos. Ikorodu. Bro. Sorry, I'm shouting like that because my parents live in Ikorodu. Hey, I see Babcock. No. Twilight. Any Babcock person, 2 hands in the air because, yeah, I graduated from Babcock, as some of you know. And if you don't know, that's on you because, yeah, I graduated from Babcock. Okay, so we're going to be starting right about now, actually. Let me share my screen. Oh, I think I actually just unshared the screen. Forgive me. Okay, so sorry, my tech team, I'm using a different laptop. I'm using a different everything today so that this can happen. And I'm going to give a special shout out to my team. I'm just coming back from a shoot that went really well. So in my head, I'm like, okay, let's just quickly get on this. And then NEPA said no. I'm just gonna let you down. You can hear in the background there's a generator. I have to get someone to on the jet and a lot more. But hey, we're starting now. That's really what matters. Aha. So what are you here for? You're here for learning how to master your mobile phone. And you have Android users here. We have iPhone users. So tell me in the chat box, are you Android, iPhone, Google Pixel? Just tell me in the chat box. So while you're doing that, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'll try to rush because we're already like 25 minutes behind schedule. I started mobile videography 4 to 3 years ago during COVID. Babcock University kicked me out of school, not in a bad way, but because of COVID. So once COVID hit, they kicked everybody out of school, and they just announced that they are going to graduate with 400 level students. We're going to continue learning online. It just felt like Babcock, like while everybody was still trying to find solution to coronavirus, Babcock was like, no, we are graduating our students. You people can stay in the house for as long as you want, but the educational system is going to continue. So in the midst of that, I started doing videography, video editing, shooting for my business. I had a snail business there, was successful, but then I abandoned it to chase bigger success. So I was shooting, and people will always tell me, this thing you're doing, let me pay you so that you can do it for me. What's another light? My bad. Thank you so much. People always tell me I should come and shoot for them, I should come and teach them. And I said, oh, there's a market here. But guess what? The girl was too shy. The girl felt like, no, that I didn't feel bold enough. And because there was really nobody at the time doing it 4 years ago, it felt like anytime I ran the idea, it felt like I was looking for approval from people, basically. That's the summary. So I was always trying to ask people, well, what do you think about this idea if I start creating videos on my mobile phone? And people always say, so you think people will pay you to use their phone, use your phone to shoot for them when they also have a phone? It didn't make sense to them at the time, but I don't blame them. Right now, if because I wanted validation, I didn't start until I went commercial last year. So last year I went commercial, and in the period of 1 year, I delivered over 450 videos to different clients, and I've trained. I can actually say I've trained 400 plus students, because in this week alone, 200 was added to that. So I need to update this slide. So have I commercialized my skill? Yes. This is transactions only from last month. A few credit alerts here and there. So when people say, oh, are you really making money out of this thing? Because somebody still asked me that question today. And I say, yes, I'm making, I used to earn 220,000 naira. This is the first time I've ever seen publicly how much I used to earn, because police think I'm a big girl. But then it's all smiles, right? Tipping is on duty. So I said 220,000 naira, and if you sum up all that is here, you can already tell that I'm earning times 2, times 3, and this is just a few of the alerts that I got last month. And there are bigger months. There are months that are bigger and better than last month. This month has been solely training for me, so I can't even say this is that month, but there are better months. So my team, it's my team. We have Joy Shile, the creative director, the girl that is sitting in front of you. That girl is an imposter. The picture there, she's the pancakes version of me. Oluwatobi Fowe is our video editor, graphic designer, slide designer. Everything you see on this slide, he's the one that designed it. We have Favor Loita. Favor is full-time with us. She's my creative lead. Every time I want to juggle ideas, Favor is the girl. And then we have Marilyn. Marilyn is a video editor, content manager. She also manages me. So this is my team, my fantastic four, basically. So before we get into it, let me see. Yeah, let me see how the chat room is doing. So I'm still seeing Lagos. I see Festac. Oh, I see a lot of iPhone. We have Android. We have Infinix. Okay. So iPhone guys are dominating here today. But if you're Android, feel free to tell me that you're Android. So I've been talking. I've not been recording. Forgive me. So that's my introduction, basically. So let's get right into business. Sorry, I'm using a new laptop, so I'm getting used to the interface of going back and forth the slide. Please, somebody help. Please help me. How do I go back to my slide? Sorry, this is not my laptop. Okay. Is it Alt and Tab? Alt Tab. Sorry. Okay, so first things we're starting with is common mistakes that beginners make when using their phones. And this is going to be a very, very interesting one. I just want to tighten your seatbelt. You can try as much as possible to listen to me for the next 1 hour, 30 minutes. It's going to be beneficial to you. So what are you going to gain at the end of this session? If you're a business owner, if you're a soon-to-be content creator, or you want to commercialize your skill as a mobile videographer, then you should listen to me. I know that asking you for 1 hour, 30 minutes of your time is a lot, but I'll try my best to squeeze in everything I want to say in 1 hour, 30 minutes, because I know how precious your time is. If you have any question as I go in the course of this class, please ask me. Why I'm saying this is that I want to ensure that by the end of this class, everybody is clear. Nobody is feeling like, oh my God, she didn't explain anything. Oh my God, this one question that I had, she didn't explain it. Was it in the bag? She didn't explain it and stuff like that. So if you have a question, anything that I ask, At some point, I'm going to be asking about the industries that you are if you're a business owner so that I can use your industry to give examples. So moving on, first mistake. Beginners think that they need expensive gadgets. Yes, I fell into this trap, and I will take the two of them since I'll take them in pairs. The next thing is thinking that they need everything to get started. Thinking they need expensive gadget and thinking that they need everything to get started. And I'll point myself out. When I started content creation, I always felt like, oh my God, when I get my ring light, I'll be so consistent on TikTok. Like at the time when TikTok wasn't so much of a big deal, I had the time, I had the energy, and I had the house to shoot. Because at that time, my parents' house is sort of like content worthy. You get the corners in the house that I could make do of. But I kept telling myself that I want to buy ring light, I want to buy mic, I want to buy this, I want to buy that. And once I buy it, I'll start. Guess what? I got my ring light and tripod. I mean, I wasn't consistent. That's it. I told myself that when I buy mic, I bought the mic. No miracle happened. So consistency is in your head. It's not in the equipment that you want to buy or in the equipment that you're going to have. So if you're that person sitting on that ship, listen to me, be delivered. The mic you want to buy, the lights you want to buy is not what's going to make it consistent. Do you know how many people started content on the internet and they are not using any of these things and they are going viral per day? It is in the content. One thing that you can always do is that while you're trying to buy time, waiting to buy those things, develop your content creation skills so that whatever you're doing is an add-on. It's not the permanent. You get. Next thing, thinking that visuals are more expensive, more important than audio. Some people are always trying to get invested in the kind of camera they use and not in the kind of mic. When somebody using an iPhone 15 Pro Max or an iPhone X, you already have a good camera, but now you're going to buy K9 mic. If you have K9 mic in your house, let me not call out anybody. But if you have K9 mic in your house, send an emoji. The thing is that your phone's audio is even way better than the K9 mic audio. If you have a second phone, one thing I always say is that use your second phone as an audio than buy a K9 mic for 20,000-25,000 naira. That right now is being mass produced and the mass production is not doing so well. I'm sorry if K9 distributor is on this call, but right now, because of mass production, increase in demand and all of that, they are not giving it their best quality as when it came out. So that's not your mic for you as a content creator or a business owner. Next thing, using the wrong camera settings. As we go on, I'm going to teach you what the right camera settings is. And these things vary. The right camera settings, it all depends on what you are trying to achieve. The camera settings for a slow motion video, it's from the camera settings for a normal sit-down video. So when people ask me like, please help me set my phone camera, so it's going to be giving top quality camera, get top quality video, guess what? It changes per situation. You can never have a standard that is for every type of video. Next one, using light wrongly. We'll get to that as when I teach you about light setup. Overshooting, over editing, no planning, no editing process. See, there's something called over editing. You know how you'll be watching a video and before you know, you just see fire effects and nothing is related to fire in that video. And I'm always like, so what really happened? Person that edited this video, what really, really happened? What were you really thinking about? Why did you put fire when somebody is talking? And you just see zoom, 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 and it is not necessary. That's why you see some people that you watch their video from top to bottom. All you might see zoom in, zoom out, text on the screen, because you're trying to ensure that people focus on the message that you're trying to pass and not the effects that you're putting in the video. So moving on, make sure that I'm going to be very fast. Camera settings. So these are basic things that you should do when you're trying to shoot or when you want to become a content creator. Your grid lines have to always be on. And at this point, I would be getting practical. So we'll take two. I mentioned your grid lines and talking headroom. Stop sharing. Let me go back to tablet. Okay, yes, I'm back now. Hello, everyone. I'm back to the comment section now. Good. So now let's talk about grid lines. You see this line on my face? I don't know if you can see it clearly, but tell me in the chat box if you can see it clearly. So you can see lines that are across the screen. Those are called grid lines. So the grid lines are used, there's something called the rule of thumb. So tell me in the chat box if you can see this green line on my, these lines, horizontal, white, horizontal, and vertical lines on my screen. So these lines, they are not for fancy. And how you can turn them on is go to your settings, search for camera. When you open the camera option, you're going to be able to see grid lines. So turn on your grid lines. And here's what your grid line does. The grid line helps you to position your subject in the right place. Shikena. There's a rule of thumb that says that at every point where the vertical and the horizontal line intersect is a sign that that is where people's eyes are typically drawn to automatically in every video, in every picture. That's why we notice any picture or video that was taken by a professional videographer, the subject is always on one of the pointers, either the ones at the lower bottoms or the ones at the top bottoms. So always place your subject on any of those things or in the middle. Either they're on the cross sections or in the middle. Do not put your subject at the edge. Next thing, let's talk about headroom. So what is headroom? Headroom is basically the space between the subject's head and the frame of the video. So what's the frame of the video? As you're watching me now on this screen, you can see the rectangle four corner. That is where I am. The frame of this video is this rectangle that I'm seated. But a number of times, when people are talking about headroom, they always forget that the headroom that is necessary, this is what I always use to measure headroom. This, my finger, I put it, and I can see that it's touching the, have you ever done a video call with like your grandmother or mother that is really old, and then when they are doing videos, they're like this? You can see all the space in this world on top of them. Have you ever, I see her, you're feeling me. I see you. Like, you'll be talking to your mom or talking to your dad, and they're like, hello, how are you? How is school today? And I'm just like, how are you giving all this headroom? And so excess headroom is a crime. You cannot be shooting somebody and the person is this low in your video, whether vertically or horizontally, either portrait or landscape. You can't shoot somebody and you have all this space above the person's head. What do you want to do with this space? Do you want to put land? It's not allowed. Up next, we have no headroom. So we go from excess headroom to no headroom. So you see those people that in their videos, they're like this, they're wrong. Because why are you cutting the person's forehead? And let me tell you one of the advantages of having headroom. One of the advantages of having headroom is that you want a situation where if you want to zoom in and zoom out, see all those Kagan kind of videos, Apoko Doctor kind of videos where they will be like, Amaka, Emeka, come closer. You really think they are coming closer? No, it is the headroom that the editor is able to play with, the space around. So all you just have to do is zoom in, zoom out, because you have space. But when you're working with someone that there's no headroom, you cannot expand the video. There's nothing you can do. Details are being lost. So always be able to do this when you are shooting. You can see that, okay, your two fingers can fit in, meaning that you can manipulate these clips easily. Let me go back to sharing my screen and share. Good. So up next, we have 24 frames per second for normal videos and 60 frames per second for slow motion videos. Frame rate is the number of frames or images that are shown per second in a video. So let me explain this. So what does this mean? Before I speak too much English, I'm lost. So they said tab and alt. I don't go again. Oh no. Sorry, I'm lost. Like I mentioned, it's not my laptop. I'm only borrowing it so that I could make it for this class. I'm trying to go back. Thank you. Please don't laugh at me. I beg you. Okay, so next thing, I was explaining frame rate. So when you open the phone camera, I wish as we're doing these things, you're able to open your phone camera and see what I'm showing you. On your top, please don't look at my pouch. It's been through a lot today. it has cut. So on your top right corner, you're seeing this HD and 30 frames per second for iPhone, and for Android, so you're also going to see the same thing. So when you open your phone camera and you want to shoot a normal video, you're not going to do a slow motion on this video. There's no effect on this video. 30 frames per second works. But if you know that you want to do slow motion Van Damme movements, then 60 frames per second is it. And here's why. For every video you see, it's actually pictures in motion. That's what it is. That's what frames per second mean. Pictures in motion. And in a normal frame, in the standard Nigerian frame, it is 30 frames that make 1 second. That's 30 pictures make 1 second of a video. Let me relate it to stop motion videos, stop motion comic drawings. So have you ever seen, so I would love to see like yes, no in the comment section. Omolola, you're laughing at me. It's all right. Yes, no in the comment section. So have you ever seen all those videos where you'll be watching it and they will have, let me use this book as an example. And then you see like there's a character. Let's say they've drawn like, hey, see what my junior cousin has done to my book. My nephew, sorry. The person draws like a man, and then the person just flips the pages and just feels like the man is walking. Those kind of videos, exactly. That is what videos are. They are pictures. So take each page of that book as a picture. That's when you now flip it very fast, it moves like it's a video. That is what videos are. It is pictures, 30 pictures make each second. 30 pictures. So when you're doing 60 frames per second, it means that 60 pictures makes each session. And because our eye is used to 30 frames per second, if you shoot a 30 frames per second video and slow it down, let's say you make it 0.5, that video has become 15 frames per second because you just divided that video into 2 seconds or into 2 seconds or into 1.5 seconds. You just divided that video into 1.5 seconds. So therefore, you have reduced the frames. Exactly. Yes, like animations. Perfect. Ismail is with me. You get it. So if you have any questions, you can just drop in the chat box and I'm going to address it. So that is what frames per second is. So it means that if you slow down a 60 frames per second video, it's going to be glitching. It's going to be giving like the person is walking in. So if you know that this video that you're shooting, for example, somebody is dancing and you're going to slow down that video, shoot in 60 frames per second. And what's the fastest way to switch? Here's the fastest way to switch. When you open your camera, once you open your camera, if you tap on the 30, it becomes 60 immediately. If you tap on the HD, it becomes 4K immediately. That's the fastest way to switch your cameras without going to the settings. If you understand what I'm saying so far, just tell me right. Tell me right on, right on, right on. If you do not understand, say right. Great people here. I see right on. For me, I see right on. Comfort, right. Comfort, if you have any questions, just type it. I'm going to definitely answer you. I see the right on. Thank you so much, guys. Faith, I see the right on. So let me go back to share my screen. Because I want to explain in full screen, that's why I'm even going back and forth. So forgive me, guys. Next one is look at the camera lens, not yourself. Instagram bodies. So you know when you're doing Snapchat, right? That's the best example for this. And you're like, what kind of song can I sing? Oh, mama. Most times you're looking at yourself, not the lens. And if you want that video to look like you are looking at the person in the eye, you need to look at the lens. So if you're using your front camera, which is not even advised, you look at the lens. And if you're using your back camera, you also look at the lens, not the logo. You look at the lens. Please let me remove this pouch. I thought today that was shooting. So I'm not using it to teach people. My heart is cutting. Make somebody not look at me be like, to the person that is training us about chop. Okay, but yeah, that's on a light note. That's on a lighter note, because I also want you to see what I'm showing you carefully. So you have your back camera. Some of you will be looking at the Infinix logo at the back of your phone and you're trying to shoot. You can't be looking at the Infinix logo, sir. You have to be looking at the camera at the back. And you're using the front. You can't be looking at yourself. You have to look at the camera in front of you. That's how to communicate with your audience. Next, clean your lens before you use it. So there are ways to do it. You know all those lens rags that are in glasses case? You can have that around and you carry it around, and that's why you clean your lens. That's the ideal material, because glasses is a lens and this is also a lens. The other way is to use the inside of your clothes, not the outside, because the outside have chopped dust from different people. That you have and sometimes the material that you have is rough. So only do this if the material is smooth. Please do not try if your material is rough. If you're wearing material that have stone, don't. Use part of your dress that is soft and is inside. But if you're a sweaty person, this might not apply to you. So just carry handkerchief that you use. Next thing, always put your phone in flight mode. I say these things countless times. The day you decide to shoot, just tell me in the chat box if this has ever happened to you. And the day you decide to shoot is the day that the person that you have not spoken to in 5 months will dial your number. And it is when you are shooting, and then you lose your train of thought and be wondering where did I stop. So if you know that you want to shoot YouTube, Instagram, whatever you want to shoot, put that phone on airplane mode for the period of time that I know you're a business owner. I know others will come in. I know. But guess what? It's better that you finish that shoot fast and well than you have interruptions in between and then you don't get anything out of that shoot. You get me? You get what I mean? Yeah, I know you get me. Next thing, always lock your autofocus and exposure. We're back to our camera again. I'm sure in this call, the amount of times I'm going to refer to your camera, you'll be surprised. So you go to your camera. When you open it, let me stop sharing so that you would get what I mean. Yeah. Okay, let me check my YouTube followers and be sure that YouTube people, you are active. Yay! I said, let me come and check you people. About sharing screen for YouTube. Okay, YouTube is just delayed. So let me check on the YouTube family, my Alex. Okay, so for this, how to lock your focus, and I'll tell you why in this, but let me just show you how to. So when you click on your phone camera, you're going to see a yellow box, either Android or iPhone. For iPhone, if you long press that yellow box, just long press it. Sorry, I'm not doing mine properly. Long press. You're going to see a yellow bar that says AEAF. It means auto focus locked, auto exposure locked. For Android, what you're most likely going to get is once you tap this and the yellow box shows, you're going to see a padlock sign. So once you see that padlock sign, click on the padlock sign. That's how you auto lock and auto focus. Lock it. Here's why. If you're shooting outside, and you know when you're outside, the earth is revolving around the sun. So the sun at some point is going to be under a cloud. The sun at some point is going to be in different places, going to change direction. You don't want a situation where you have moved or the sun has moved and your lighting has changed. So that's what it means by locking exposure. It means that you've locked how bright or how dark that is going to go. Locking focus means that you're locking your focus on your subject. So if you're shooting a particular bag or a particular shoe, you lock focus on that shoe, on that bag. If you are, so please tell me in the comment section. Yes, so calls go just the enter. Exactly. So tell me in the comment section, like, what kind of businesses, if you're a business owner, what business do you run, so that I can use your business as examples. If you run a business, so that I can use them as examples. So you're locking your focus just means that you're locking on your subject. If it's a person you're shooting, type tap that box on the person's face, on the parts that you want to highlight. Yeah, thank you. So we have hair, we have fragrance. What I said, she has tested it and it worked. So we have makeup artists, hair, fragrance, and makeup artists. Let me check YouTube what we have on YouTube. I'm trying to see the YouTube audience where they are so that I can carry them along, but their own is so we'll come back to them later. Hi YouTube guys. So we have businesses like hair, fragrance, makeup artists, chin chin. Okay, they are behind. Okay. So my team has told me that YouTube guys are behind. So YouTube guys, we hello. So we have hair. So for example, if you're doing hair, you have to lock your focus on your hair so that it's not picking other objects in the background. So another thing that you can do is if you're doing like a review shot. So you see all those shots where there's like an object and then the person is, your hair is behind the object. But let's say there's a flower vase here, sample. But you want to start showing the flower vase before your hair is now in focus. So you start with, you tap on the flower vase where the flower vase is on your phone, on your screen. You tap on it. And then you now gradually pan. This movement is called a pan. When you're going from left to right, it is a pan. When you're going from up to down, it is a tilt. You now do a pan to where your hair is, and you tap the screen again so that the focus now goes to the hair or to the chin chin or to the makeup, the person that you have made up, you get. Yeah. I'm happy that I know the businesses that are here that I'm working with. So you guys will be put on the spot. I'm a mobile videographer, Amarachi. We have fabrics, we have cocktail, and we have illuminator. Amazing. So up next, let me share the screen back. Yeah. Good. So we have hold your phone, how to hold your phone when you are taking pictures and videos. So now go back to practical. Stop sharing. Aha. Good. How to hold your phone when you're shooting for your business or whatever. Because we are not gimbals. Gimbals are used for stabilization. We have the tendency to shake, especially when you are just a beginner. So this is how I started holding my phone when I saw how important a stable shot is. So I call it the 2 C's. The 2 C's. So you have your first C. Your hand is a C here, and you put your phone in, and you have your second C that secures this. All you are doing is you're panning, and most times, let me stand up. Most times, I have my hand here on my waist. So it is down and pan back. So if you have like a cocktail business where you want to video your drinks, you can't tilt, your phone has to be straight. Your phone has to be straight. Except when you're trying to get a particular angle, because I see sometimes some people are doing video like this. It's not lying down, it's not straight, it's not curved. Except for if that's the angle, the goal you're trying to get. If that is not the goal, please, your phone should stand straight. And then you pan at an angle. If you're trying to do top to bottom, your phone is also straight like this. And you're looking at what you are shooting. So do not look at the object that you are shooting. Look at your lens. Are you getting look at your camera? Are you getting the shot you want? You see some people, they are shooting somebody. You don't need to look at the lens, the phone. They're looking at the person they are shooting. What if your hand has gone like this and you don't even know? Because I also experience that as a videographer, because sometimes you have to hype your clients, you get. But my eyes, I'm using my phone camera to hype the client. Not that I'm looking at the client and hyping the client. So you cannot be like, hey, go. And your camera lens has gone. You're probably even videoing the floor. You don't even know. So you need to be looking at your screen and like, hey, go. That's what you are doing. Don't look at your client. So because clients will ask you for the video, you will not say that apparently I was videoing the floor. You get me? If you get me, you get me, right? You guys get me. Yeah. So let me go back to share my screen. Aha, I remember now. The last thing is record a test video. So to record a test video, one thing I'll always say is that before you start anything, before you, especially if you're a YouTuber, you're somebody that you sit down, you connect mic, you add lights, you do all these things. It's not outside you're shooting. Please record a test video, even if it's just to tell the camera, hi, I'm just testing you, 1, 2, go, or hi, my name is Joy. Record it, stand up, go and play it. Because it have happened to me before that I've talked 20 minutes, finish. There was no audio. And nobody will come and save you, my dear. You will shoot that video again. From the top. Yeah. I'm sorry to break the news to you, but from the top, you will take it again. So before you have to be in that situation, always ensure that you are recording a test video and you are checking that it sounds and looks like what you want. You get me? Yeah. So now, the next thing, next slide. Let's go to the next slide. Share screen. Share. Good. So next thing is camera modes and functions. We have time lapse. Time lapse is basically a technique of filmmaking that helps you to capture a long period of time and compress it into a short period. So if you're a chin business, for me now as a videographer, let me start with me. One of the things I use time lapse for is filming my setup, my set down, my shooting process, things like that. I use time lapse for that. So the goal of time lapse is that something that you cannot put your phone down for 5 hours or for 30 minutes. 5 hours is even a long period of time. Even for 20 minutes, even for 10 minutes, you can't put your phone down to be recording. Most of us are dealing with storage issues, or most of you are dealing. I'm not dealing. Most of you are dealing with storage issues. So you cannot put your phone down for 10 minutes, but you can do a time lapse of 10 minutes. And time lapse most times do not take up to even 50 MB. It's really short, 30 seconds. And the goal of it is that it's just going to compress everything that you have done in 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 5 hours into a short period of time. And you can literally just put a title on it and say, POV mixing my chin today. Every task that takes time in your business can be made into a time lapse. That's my school of thought. So if you're a chin maker, you mix, you measure, you fry, you do this, and this takes probably 3-4 hours. You can put your phone on a tripod and just record the entire process of you mixing, turning, adding, and everything, and put as caption, 5 batches of chin done and dusted today. You have indirectly told your clients that chin is available without even having to say it directly. You get. You're a makeup artist. I know that most times makeup artists, what they typically do is they just share the results, not the process. I don't know if it's a thing, an industry thing where you don't want to share the products you added, when you added them and all of that. But if that's not the case, sometimes clients want to see how comfortable you're handling your clients. So you can put a time lapse down, video the whole process, how you're adding. The funny thing is that nobody will even be able to pick out anything you did. They cannot pick out that is Mary Kay, Mary Kay, Zara. They cannot pick out that it's Zara that you used or it's not Zara you used from a time lapse because it's really fast. If you're into hair business, you do revamping, you do wigging. The day you're wigging a hair, put my tripod, put your this thing, and just be wigging, and just be going, and just be going. Once you're done like this, pay your time lapse. You do amazing shots. You put caption on it. We can wig your hair too. Delivery in 24 hours. That this hair that you think of content ideas, the things you do in itself, their content. So this is me one day just in the office. I'll just play this video so you can see. You can see I cleaned up the office. This office I'm sitting, I did prayer. I had meetings. I edited. You can see me talking. I was doing multiple things at the same time here. Somebody will see me and I'll post this and I'll be like, hiring done for one day. It means that I have hired the people I need to hire for that day. You get what I mean? Our meetings done. Our meetings, clients secured. And somebody is feeling like, oh my gosh, she just secured a client. Like, wow, I want to be a client too. Wow. That's it. Let's move on to the next. So I don't overflow time lapse. Next thing is slow motion. Hey guys, they use this slow motion thing very well when they are bouncing and turning the air, slow motion, so that people can see how it's gonna look in the movies. You get me? Slow motion can be used for anything also. It can be used to highlight details. For example, if you're a food brand and just the process of you pouring cocktail drink into a, what's it called? What's that thing called? Into cup. Can make it slow motion. There's just something about when, I don't know if you watch food videos, when it's in slow motion, that's when the hunger hits. Not when they are serving it like this. It looks like fight. When it's going, you not be thinking, shaki, like that's shaki now. That's head of fish now. That's it. Slow motion basically helps you to highlight the details of what you're doing. And to achieve a quality slow motion, I always tell people, shoot in your normal camera. Do not use, except for if you're shooting outdoor. If you're shooting indoor, shoot in your normal camera and then slow down the video in your editing app. But if you're shooting outdoor, you can risk shooting in slow motion from your app. The reason why I say this is because most times, slow motion requires more light to achieve. And if where you are has a low light, it's not going to come out well. If you've experienced this, I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. Up next, we have about content creation. 5 ways you can use time lapse. I've already said that. I've given examples, so we can skip this. Laws of content creation. So we have, first of all, start now. Don't wait for any reason. Start now. See, content creation works is getting bigger, bigger, and bigger every day. Your Instagram is now your portfolio. Like, I can't remember the last time somebody asked me for my portfolio, and I have one. But most times people have visited my Instagram. They can tell, okay, that one's what we have, that one wants to have. You get me? Understand your audience and know your content's purpose. These are 2 things you need to know. For example, what's the goal of your content? Do you want your content to reach out to more clients for you? What's your audience? You need to work with your strengths. And one thing that I always say is that knowing your audience will tell you how to play in your industry. When last did you check your Instagram insights? Not because of how many people like, how many people share. Scroll down. Check your page insights. How many people, how many male, how many female follow you? What's the age range of people that follow you? For me, it's very, as in my audience is very unique. On TikTok, I have 45% male, 55% female. On Instagram, I think I have 65% female and 35% male. So anytime I'm doing content for these 2 platforms, I know that, okay, I have more female audience. And the age range is 18 to 24. That's my highest. Up next is 25 to, I think, 35. So anytime I'm creating content, I have this age range around me. So I'm not just speaking as a Gen Z because I'm a Gen Z. I'm speaking as a Gen Z because Gen Zs follow me. So you cannot have age range of 45 to 50 as your own insight and now be saying, got it today. Those 50-year-olds people are like, what's happening? But I can do it and get away with it because that's the language of people that follow me. People that follow me right now, you would tailor your content in such a way that what's the best way to reach this audience? And if the audience you have now is not the audience you want or not the audience that can buy your market, then you need to start creating content for the audience that will buy your market and promote your content to that audience. I'll get to promotions, but let's move on. Always tell a story. Start with what is comfortable with you. If what is comfortable with you, I know some people are really shy. It's almost like, I don't want to talk on camera. I don't want to face camera. Start with what works for you. There are a number of people that run faceless brands, and that's a starting point. That's not the destination, mind you. I'm not encouraging stay faceless. You can start with time lapse where you don't have to talk. People are just seeing you in action. They're seeing you mix things. They're seeing you wig hair. They are seeing you do makeup. And that time lapse, there's no audio. You're the one that put music on it. You can just put a Jana piano on it, and everybody's happy. And that's how you start. By the time you start seeing traction over time, you can now say, okay, let me speak for the first time on my page today. Get me? They're like, oh, hi guys, this is the face behind the brand. If there's anything you love to know about me, ask me in the comment section. You get, that's it. Next up, put your uniqueness in your content. But a number of times, what happens is that people are always trying to find their uniqueness for a long period of time. And I always tell people, you can be the fake of somebody else. Start from there. Let me use Jesus and John the Baptist. For the longest time, the people back then thought that they were running the same race. They used to think that Jesus was going to be John the Baptist because he was also gathering people. He was always preaching. He was always... John the Baptist, who was the forerunner, was also gathering people, was also preaching. So if you feel like, oh my God, I don't want to be a wannabe Kagan, you know how many wannabe Kagans have come out of Kagan? And now they have their own line. They found their own unique selling point. They found what makes them better than Kagan, or different, not necessarily better, but different from Kagan. But if you stop and be waiting and be thinking, what can I do today? You won't get there. Do you know how many people have come out that are like Apoko Doctor? There's this lady, I think Dr. Zobo. I didn't start seeing her videos until Apoko Dr. Blue. I'm not saying she started after, but I didn't start seeing her videos. Somebody that she's also a doctor. Somebody that said, also have followers like Apoko Doctor. It cannot happen. She might not have 4 million followers like Apoko Doctor right now, but she's signing deals. Starting from working in the part of Apoko Doctor. Now she's her own Dr. Zobo. Anyone else do female campaign, will go and meet her. So do not wait and feel like I don't want to be a shadow of my own self. I don't want to be a counterfeit. Start by being a counterfeit and become unique from there. Next thing, no content is perfect. If you do a content and you're like, I don't look fine, my dear, the next content, you won't still look fine to yourself. Don't wait till you do makeup. Don't wait till you wear fine clothes. Don't wait till do the content where people are trying to touch with fellow human beings like them. They're not trying to touch up with a perfect person. When Apoko Doctor started these videos, there were no lights in the background. It was just him talking. It was even speaking for me. Hi guys, so today I'm going to talk to you about malaria. That's how to scroll down Apoko Doctor's page. When Salem King started, it was with his black and white. He even had header. If you scroll down Salem King's page, you see header. What he's talking about. You see another one on that, and you just be like, hey guys. That's not Salem now. He has evolved. You need to give yourself time to evolve, and the only way you can evolve is by starting. Next thing, always add value. People follow value. The reason why Vusi, those of you that know Vusi, those of you that know Apoko Doctor, follow them is because they are giving value, and that's where educational content comes in. Even though there's a sense of humor, there's education. Another category, so there are 4 important things that should always be in your content. It might not be everything in one. Yeah? You can spread it out. Okay, if I'm posting 5 times a week, which one is educational? Which one is inspirational? Which one is entertaining? Or you can mix, it can be a blend of information and entertaining and inspirational. You get. Example of educational content is Vusi. You guys can research about it if you don't know Vusi. Example of informative content is Gary V. Bankole Williams. Entertaining content, Hawa, Lai Wasabi. These are people. You can give me examples in the comment section if anybody comes to you, like maybe somebody that you already follow that falls into this industry. Or when I say you should mix this up, when Instablog started, if I am right, Instablog started as a gist blog, not as news blog. But guess what? Instablog now posts news. If you go to Instablog, you will see headlines. Federal government declared public holiday. But sirs, people are for gist. What's your opinion? Is that not for Arise News? So your target market is in different people, and people want it different. You should be happy to give them variety. Not every day. Aspire to Maguire, and not to aspire. Just saying. Next thing, don't play with consistency. You see people doing 30 days challenge. I remember last year was when 30 Days Challenge blew up a number of content creators. Oge is one of them. Kagan Tech is one. I think Kagan Tech did 90 days. Salem King did 30 days. I still heard it in one of the things that he did. 30 days consistent post. These are the things that blew them up. And then you cannot take like a 2 days break, go again. Promote your content. The day I saw sponsored posts, apropos doctor, I asked myself, who am I? Ask yourself, who are you? That you cannot run ads on your posts. Sometimes people that are following you are your family members, and they won't give you the engagement you want. It has to be people that understand the value you're giving. So sometimes you have to reach out to those people by promoting yourself. I'll leave it there. Next thing, we're talking about tools, equipment for content creation. But let me go back to and read from the chat box. Where is the time-lapse function, please? Somebody asks, Dorcas. So for Android, you need to download an external app. There are apps like Framelapse. There's Framelapse for Android. For iPhone, you need to scroll. No, I'm scrolling the wrong direction. The last thing is always the last one. This is your time lapse. You will see it as dot. This is your time lapse. So once you tap on it, it starts recording like this. Don't be scared. This is how it works. Yeah. Can we drop the slides? Madam, I'm not sure about that part, Justin. It's not part of the deal. You have access to the recording, but not the slides. Yeah, because this slide is also part of my boot camp. So me dropping them group chats is me giving out content that people pay for. Yeah. So smoke from the food. Hey, Amola, you're getting it. When the food is in slow motion and smoke is coming out, the effect is different. In your camera, choose either photo, video, slow motion, and hey, thank you. It's my Oluwafunmilayo for answering. Can you use time lapse? Can one use time lapse on a already recorded video? So an already recorded video, the only thing you can do is to speed it up. So maybe you can put it, if the video is like 3 minutes, you can put it in 3x, 2x, 3x, 2x, 4x, depending on the speed you want, and then just remove the sound. Yeah, and you're good to go. Let's go back. I think that's all the questions here. Let me check questions on YouTube. Okay, so on YouTube is selling. There's a fashion designer on YouTube. There's real estate on YouTube. There's, I don't know what lash tech is. Okay, lash technician. Okay, there's educational content. Christian money woman. Who am I? Favor said, who am I? Favor, who are you? Okay, so up next we have, let me go back to my slide. I'm going in the wrong direction, probably. Found it, yeah. Next time, don't hire another person's laptop. See my own laptop beside me. It's not working. Sorry, I really want to follow you guys. Okay, so let me pass. So we have lights. There are different types of lights, but these are the major type of lights that you're going to encounter. Number one, natural light. Natural light is light that God created for us, the sun. Every light you see is a wannabe sun. I just want to be a sun. I just want to be a sun to you. That's it. We have artificial light. Every light created by man is artificial. So we have different point setups, light point setups. And in every light point setup, you have 1 or 2 or 3 of these types of lights, or all these types of lights. We have key lights, we have field lights, we have rim light, and we have practical lights. Key light is the main source of light that's in front of the person. It's the same main source of light that is lighting the scenery. Sometimes your key light is the sun. If you're using natural light to shoot, so you can't be backing the sun. If I was backing these lights, you're going to start seeing only my shadow. The next one is field lights. So in a studio setup, you have the key lights. I will explain better with a diagram after. We have the rim or backlights. That's the light that lights the person from the back. So sometimes you see videos where it feels like the hairline of the person is lit. For example, if I turn this light, because there's a light here. If I turn this light now, you can see that the light is on my body. You can see the green on my body. That's what the rim light does. That's what the rim or backlight does. And then we have, so that's why when some people are shooting video and you can see that the lights, there's like a color at their body. It means that there's a light behind them that's lightening them. They didn't come from anywhere, it's the back. Then we have the practical light. So you watch some videos sometimes and you see lamp on the wall, you see something like decoration. So practical light can be mistaken for part of the setup. For example, you watch a video and you see like a lamp at the back. You might think that that lamp is part of the house. They might have brought it as props and they wanted you to light up that place. Because they didn't want a tripod stand there, they now put a lamp. You get me? So now let's talk about setup. So, number one correction, never put your light directly in front of you. Your light is supposed to be at an angle 45 degrees to the left or to the right. Your ears. Sometimes you watch videos and the light is very harsh on the person's face. It just means that that light was right beside the phone when the person was shooting. That's it. Any explanation. But if you want your light to be looking cinematic, like this diagram that has a blue frame, you can see the key light is at 100%. Doesn't necessarily, so it's just trying to show you that that's the brightest light in the scenery. if the key light was 50%, it means that the fill light will be half of that. But the fill light lights up the other side of the person's face to balance out the key light. Since the key light is at an angle 45 degrees to the left, it means that there will be some dark spots here. But we don't want the fill light to now be another key light at another angle. So we just want it soft. So that's why in this picture that you see here with this guy in 3 different places, if you see the frame that only has key light, it is one side of his face is darker. You get what I mean? While the other side of his face is really bright. The rim lights, you can see the rim light, the rim or backlight. You can see behind that there's the hairline is lit up. So the standard light setup: key lights, fill lights, backlights. You can have a 2-light setup, which is what we're going to be going into next. Watch this video. The backlight. And if you notice that that softbox is not directly in front of her face. So let me explain. The backlight that she put at the back is what was giving her video color. So let me play it so that you can see. Sorry, I wanted to pause the video. Subjects. Why do I keep pressing the wrong thing? Just hold on. Good. So from this frame now, you can see that the light that is behind is the wall. So that's the background light. Like this light that is here is the background light. That's what's giving her background light. The softbox, look at it very well. You can see that it is not beside the camera. So imagine your phone is the one that is there. It is not beside the camera. It is angle 45 degrees away from the camera, away from the subject. Shibi is the Igbo is the Matago. What's the Igbo? I don't know the Igbo. Light recommendations. So we have softbox. I'll share the pictures of these things on the group chats. This is how much they cost, so we don't need to dwell on it. Some people always ask me, what's the difference between bicolor and RGB? Let me explain. Permission to off. Let's pass this water. Thank you. Yeah, I need to cough. Sorry. So Thank you very much. So what's favorite in a bicolor? So if you go light shopping and they ask you, which I don't want to buy, and you're seeing bicolor, you're seeing RGB. Bicolor means it has two colors, warm and white. Let me show you what that looks like on this. Just a minute. Good. So we have mode, yeah. This color of lights is warm. Warm is like tungsten, is like yellow, gives yellow vibes. Then it has the second color. See, is white. So this white light and warm lights, when a light comes with white and warm alone, it is called bicolor. When the light now has RGB, it means it comes with. So most RGB lights has RGB, white and warm. But bicolor lights has just RGB. Sorry, bicolor light has just white and warm, no RGB. So there are different types of RGBs. There are RGBs that are fixed. Hang this back. Yeah, so what I mean by fixed is that, for example, if you buy an LED 600, pardon me, an LED 600 that is not an RGB, you will see some fixed colors already, like purple, red, blue, green. Like some lights just come like 4 or 5 colors. Another set of RGB comes with all the color combinations you can have. So when you're looking out for RGB lights, look out for the ones that can handle any color combination if you have the money, because the more options you have, the more pricey they are. So you have few lights, you have sunset lamp. Sunset lamp is for your wall lights, your backlight, and the rest. So we have microphone. Microphone cannot be oversized. For this now, I'm using a microphone. If I pull this out, you might not hear me as clearly as you're hearing. There's a generator. There are 2 fans blowing me. There's wind blowing from the window, but the mic is helping to control all that noise. Mic recommendations. I'm sure somebody's looking at me like, what has K9 done to me? Last year, I used 3 K9 mics before I bought my mic. Once it falls down, that's the end. Just give it 3 falls, and that's going to meet his father in heaven. But this is another recommendation of 37,000 rand if it's within your budget. Next thing, tripods. We have different types of tripods. We have really small ones, we have really big ones, but I'm sure you'll comment on what the tripod is. If you have any questions around tripod, tell me. There are aerial tripod stands. Those aerial tripod stands help you do like aerial view, top, bottom kind of view. Especially if you're a solo creator, it's nice to have, I don't know why cough is chasing me. It's nice to have a aerial stand to be able to do unique angles. Then you have your normal tripod stands. You have them at different thicknesses and different portabilities. Before the end of this, I will show you my tripod options, so just remind me. We have different types of videos for brands. So let me just cough this thing out. Thank you. So we have demo video, explainer video. So an explainer video, a demo video is basically you doing demo for your clients. If you have a sellotape business or you have a chin chin business and you want to explain, how to make chin chin fast at home, you have that. You have lash tech. Demo video can be, okay, proper way to remove your lashes. Some people just pull it out until it's out. And I know that that's not, I'm sure that that's not the right way. How to do this, how to do that, those are explainer videos. Those can also be tutorial videos. Sales videos. This is you pitching directly that, you guys, we're selling human hair double super double done for 250,000 naira. It's a killer price. You can't get it anywhere, anytime. that's a sales video. A sales video can also be indirect. That was a very direct sales video. A sales video can be very indirect. It can just be you. That's why they are skits. Skits where people walk into a hair salon, they be like, madam, how much is this one now? 250. How much is that? 50. Wow. Okay. You can either pose your brand as a luxury brand and person just walk in and say, okay, 250, that's affordable. So he's already putting out to clients that can afford 250,000 upward. If you're a luxury brand, then that's your way. If you're an affordable brand, you can pitch your brand as that's budget friendly. Person is already saying, oh my god, so your trinkets cost 1,000 naira for a bottle. Wow. Where have you been all my life? Portray yourself as budget friendly. We have testimonials. You can get your clients to give you feedback. If you have a walk-in store, make a video with them. Let them tell you. They don't necessarily have to be only about how they look. Tell what was the experience? What was the experience with me? Oh, now when I came, I even asked for a bottle. I asked for water. She went to give me a bottle of water. Those are the things. Those are the little things that sell you. Not just come and buy every time. Come and buy. You can also get reaction videos. Those can serve as testimonial videos. So if you're someone that does food business, you do cocktail, when people are having your drink, get videos of them. Oh, can you test this a new flavor? I had a training today, and one of the people did that. She has a new mix that she just baked. So what she did is that she came with test sample sizes, and she had different people taste. So when you opt to taste it, she would then video you, and she'd be like, please tell me what it tasted like. So you're now telling, oh my god, it tastes like Paco biscuit, it tastes like shortbread, it tastes like this, tastes like that. That's testimonials. You don't need to wait till somebody buys and blah, blah. You sometimes look for a sample size. Could be your friends. I see people that bake to church. I mean, especially when they're trying a new flavor. Oh, we are trying pineapple, coconut, and strawberry mix. Your friends in church, let them do videos. Because number one, they're going to happily exaggerate. And they're not necessarily exaggerating. It's good. But they are doing it naturally. They're not even forced. They're happy to eat free cake. They're happy to drink free cocktail. So put your cocktail in a pouch. Give it to them. Tell them, what do you think about this flavor versus this flavor? Or when you taste it, what do you taste? You're trying to see, you can make it a game. Anybody that can guess the 5 ingredients or guess 5 ingredients in this thing that I just baked will win 5,000 naira. And you're going about person taste. When person finish tasting, guess 5 ingredients. Water, pineapple, coconut, spinach. They're like, one more. Once person, whether gets it or not, okay, you didn't get that, but how did it taste? You've used one stone to kill 100 birds. Person's like, oh my god, I really like it. This is something I'll definitely want to buy. Where do you stay? Where do you work? You get me? I know you're feeling, but I don't want to stay too long. Let me come back and see how the room is going. We are halfway through our slides, so we're almost done. Yeah, let me come and see how the room is going. Somebody says I really need to learn about lighting so bad. I have LED 600, but I never used to get the rest. I'm tired. So for your ring lights, you can use your ring lights. Put your ring lights 45 degrees to your side, left or right, and then your LED 600 most likely has like 1 or 2 colors. You can allow it back you just like this light is there. It just depends on how big your ring light is, but I never advise ring lights because of the ring it puts in the eye. Some people like it, I don't like it. And then ring lights not as flexible as other lights, but if that's what you have now, please start with that and just hope to go. Thank you, Siso, for telling me sorry about the call. Thank you very much. These are really good insight. Thank you. I'm very grateful. Let's check our YouTube family members. Okay, they are doing well also. So let's go back to class. Sorry, I like to check on my people. Uh-oh. Where's my slide? Okay, yeah. So we have done well here. Moving on. How to incorporate storytelling into your videos. Define your story. What's the message? So one thing I always ask myself before I start shooting videos, at the end of this video, what do I want people to get? So you start from the goal and work backwards. So if you go on the videos, I want people to understand. For example, one of the videos I did that you probably saw was how I made 5 times my salary from content creation over time. That was the goal. I wanted to picture myself as someone that has made a lot of money. And I now start to work back. What's the best way to portray it? I can bring cash. I can bring dollars. I can say, this is how much I've made. That's a way, but I don't want to be kidnapped. So that's not my way. I can show screenshots. That's the way. That's not the way I wanted to go. I wanted to go the way of from when I resigned to how I worked my way up here and how much I'm now earning. That's the storyline I chose. But the goal is that by the end of the video, I wanted to ensure that anyone that has watched the videos has gotten that, okay, content creation is a lucrative business that you can start today with your mobile phone. That's where I was headed to. Next thing, have a clear beginning, a clear middle, and a clear end. As we go on, I'll tell you how you should structure that. Use videos to enhance your story. Choose visuals, camera angles, lighting, composition, and techniques that will enhance your story. See, there's always a better way to tell a story. If the story you want to tell is how the wig that you revamped, how it came, versus how it's going. Most times what I see wig guys do is that they put the hair on a mannequin, they just show around, go round. Show us the details, show us the split ends. That your cameras, don't zoom in, move the camera closer to the hair. Show us the split ends that is scattered. Show us the sewing that is like the different parts. Don't just show us like an overall listing. The way you now do the main video, you now show us overall. No, you do the frontal, how the frontal has gone, how the band inside has slacked. Because these are the common problems that people have. I have 2 wigs now. I cannot wear them because every time I wear them, they are falling off. Outside revamping, the band needs to be changed. So you have hit multiple markets that you also maybe re-wig from doing that. You're a cocktail business. Instead of just sharing the part of, oh, the bottles are ready, they are all filled up. Start from the beginning. You can start from the end and walk back to the beginning of all the bottles filled up, then how you got there, then you're all done. You can start with all the bottles empty and progress to the bottles filled up, depending on the story you're trying to tell. If you're a business owner, and let's say you do pickups, and you want to show yourself as how pickup or drop-offs, don't show how important this business is to you. Sometimes share the trials that happen in your business. If you're, so guys, hi guys, today I'm going to be making cocktail, this. I went to ShopRite to get all the ingredients I need, or I went to go and restock the shop, and this is what I need. We're not able to get scissors right now. There's no scissors in the market, but I'll come back tomorrow again. Tomorrow, do part 2. So hi guys, like yesterday, I mentioned that there was no scissors in all of Alaba market. So I'm back here to search for scissors. Carry them. See, the series industry, like the day I knew how much money the people in the series industry make. I don't watch series, and I always thought that we are all like that. Apart, we are not all like that. Z World, like people like part 1, part 2, part 3. So make your life a story, make your business a story, an individual story. And because you are not a Coca-Cola, do not be that person saying that I don't want to put a face to my brand. Let people just buy because they trust the brand, not because they love me. Who do you think you are? No, I just want to ask you again, who do you think you are? Thanks for answering. Moving on. Next thing, engage emotionally. I just said that. Share compelling narratives. It can be, don't guilt trip people. That's not what I'm saying. But the days that is good, the days you have good news. Oh, hi guys, I have good news. Our shipment, our container has landed. New products for our wigs. This is what we're going to be using to wig our hairs now. We noticed that this needle from China is better. It gives your hair a finer finishing than the needles that are sold in Alaba market. You're now you've pointed out something that you've gone all the way to source for better needles that will not, the seam will not show, the sewing will not show. You get me? Show, don't tell. All these things that I'm saying now, if I want to do a vlog, you see, I can tell you about my day in 2 different ways. I can come and sit down to the camera and just be like, hi guys, so today I woke up this morning and I just walked around my estate. I saw a fine boy, I decided to toast him. But guess what? That story will be better with visuals. How about when you woke up, you shot yourself waking up, and you're working, you're going around your estate, we are seeing different shots. Shots of your legs, shots of your hands swinging, shots of when you talk to the boy, you shook hands with the boy. Sometimes some people ask there, how do people create this content? Do people follow you? Sometimes you don't know, but industry, we react some things. When you wake up, actually wake up, you're not going to set your camera, lie down back, and stand up again. When you are walking on the road, you set your camera, you walk back, go and carry your camera. You cannot walk away from the camera. You set the camera, you do leg shots, you walk away. When you're talking to somebody, ask for permission to video, your face will not show. You show yourself talking to somebody, you react some of these situations. For example, now, if I want to do a praying video, I cannot video myself actually praying. I've not gotten to that comfortable level. But I can put my phone when I'm done praying and act like how I would think I act when I pray. Get me. I don't want to overflow. Use effective video editing. I've told you, do not over-edit, do not under-edit. Just do it right. At this juncture, I would love to sell something to you. Please, give me 1 minute of your time, or 5. So we're having the mobile videography bootcamp, which is a 30 days bootcamp. I'm sorry, it's showing 30th of August. That's when the registration started. And it's starting tomorrow, actually. You have 24 hours to register if you're interested in registering. And what this is about is that it is a full-blown 4 weeks experience. And in these 4 weeks, you're going to be learning everything I just talked about, but in a more practical way. I deal with very limited amount of students, and I give them optimum attention. In all of this, I'm going to be asking you, what are your content goals? What are you trying to achieve in these 30 days? And the goal is that by the end of 30 days, you're shooting, you're editing, you're creating, you're posting in the industry towards the goal that you're trying to achieve. You have practical videos, you have practical work. And if you're in Lagos, you also get to walk into the studio and play around with my equipment, my lights, know how you can set it up for yourself and things like that. And if you also have your gadgets, I'm happy to show you how to help them work. And if you need guidance on what kind of gadgets to buy, I'm also happy to help you work that work. So it's a full boot camp, it's fully practical, it's really intense, and it's for 30 days. Here, I'll be showing we're doing this course breakdown really. 7 days of theories and practicals, 5 days of intensive editing class, 7 days of practical class, 2 days of hand-holding physical class with equipment, and 7 days focused on business structuring and training. So for those of you that want to become an actual content creator, that 7 days is for you. I'm going to show you everything I've learned from content creation, how much I've made, how I made them, and how you can also grow your own business content creation. So if you're interested in this offer, we have one-time payment of 40,000 naira for the ballers, and we have 10% off that is currently going. 2 of these slots have already been taken, so we have 4 slots left on 10% off. And then we created this special offer for you guys, half bread. We know it's the middle of the month, so you can pay half of this amount, which is 20,000 naira, and pay the remaining 20,000 naira in 2 weeks' time, which is going to be by the end of the month. So if this is an investment you want to make on yourself, on your business, and this is definitely an investment that you should make like right now. The link to make payments and join will be shared to the group chat immediately after the call. So just click on it. I'm not one of those people that are going to chase you with marketing messages every 5 minutes. It's your call. Make that call for yourself today. So keep your story concise. Always incorporate an action for every video that you're making. Your action points can either be follow me for more content like this on how to. So for someone that's an hair business and you're doing educational content, let's say your content pillar for today's educational content, you want to teach people how to take care of their hair. Okay, so you've laundered your hair with us. Now you're asking yourself, how do you maintain this hair to not be sweaty or not to start smelling? Here's what you do. Before you bag your hair, air your hair for 24 hours at least before you bag it, so that moisture has gone, stuff like that. And then after 2 months, make sure you're bringing it back here for restyling, for this, for that. Do you get educational content? At the end of the day, for more videos on how to take care of your wig, or how to more videos around wig, more videos around cocktail making, more videos about this, then follow me blah, 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 you're good. The next one could be purchase my course. For this course, I just click the link in the bio. That was my call to action. Next thing, we have the HBDC script. I'm sure from everything I've been saying, you already get what I mean by the HBDC script. Hook. The hook is the first 5 seconds of your video. The first 6 seconds, what are you saying? The hook can be, in 30 days, I'm going to teach you how, in 30 days, I'm going to transform your life with content creation. So the body is the how. So now you explain how you're going to transform life in 30 days. People like Mr. Beast have hacked the world of using a hook. Mr. Beast would be like, 2 people are going to be staying in a house in 100 days. And then he's now going to explain that. So my team and I built a cubicle under the earth, and we're going to be camping 2 people there for 100 days. And this 100 days, the goal is for them to win $1,000. You get. He has already hooked you in the beginning. As a cocktail business, imagine saying something like, imagine having a cocktail night with your partner with ingredients that you can use at home. Like, that is going to be mind-blowing. You might think that you're selling out your recipe, but the interesting thing is that a number of people only trust those that they have seen their track record. These people might not even try this cocktail. That's the funny part. But the fact that you have given value to them in form of content, they now feel like they owe you. So anytime they want to think of somebody in that industry, you are the person. So you're that person that is saying, oh, how to ensure that your makeup does not smear when you're outdoor. Number one, maybe your number one is carry those mini fans. They are a lifesaver. That could be it. And the next day, when somebody wants to do content, wants to do makeup, and they're looking for a makeup artist, they'll be like, that lady that made me buy this small fan, she's a lifesaver. I'm going to use her. That's it. Chicken. Very simple. Very, very. So your body explains the hook that you've already stated. For me now, my hook was, I've made 5 times my salary since I resigned. 5 times my salary. You're already curious. How much was my salary in the first place? Then what is 5 times my salary? Then I explain. Then the call to action, register, click this link, do this, do that. I've already emphasized that. So we have A roll and B roll. So what is A roll? A roll is the main video that tells the story. But I always use newscasters, news stations as an example. The A roll is the video of the newscaster talking. In the main video that the newscaster says, oh, hi, my name is Joshua Motola. On today's video, we're going to be talking about how BRT buses have been able to cross the ocean. Now, the Lagos BRT buses can now move from Atlantic to Pacific Ocean in 5 minutes. That is A roll. But your B roll is the main story that has clips of the scenery, shots of what the person is talking about. That's why you see that when newscasters are talking, there are clips that are showing what they are saying. So now what's expected of me now is to show clips of BRT buses crossing the Pacific Ocean. That's about supporting, that's what makes the story sweet. Your clients, you sent chin chin to your clients, or your clients came for pickup. So today, my clients came for pickup. You're just telling us. How about a video of somebody walking through your door, picking up a bag? Or today, we dispatched 20 buckets of chin chin to someone. Today, somebody came for a nail. We need to see it. Today, show us. That's it on that. Next thing, camera movements. We have different types of camera movements. Number one, we have the tracking shot. The tracking shot is that shot that follows the person. Sometimes you're watching a movie and as the person is walking, the camera is moving. The camera is not in one place zooming in. No, the camera is moving with the person. So if you're trying to do a tracking shot, it means that you're supposed to be moving with the person. So let's say you're doing a shot where somebody picks up your drink from the table and is going to their seat. To track that person, you cannot stand at your decks and be zooming in. That's what some of you will be doing. Except when the situation does not allow you move with that person. But zooming in does not give you the best quality. Your phone is doing a digital zoom, not an optical zoom. And a digital zoom means that it's going to get pixelated. The quality is going to reduce as the more you zoom. You get me? Low angle shots. Low angle shots means that the shots are taken from below the eye level. This kind of shots give authority. So that's why sometimes you see some videos where the person will place their phone on the floor and pick it up and they're like, "Hi guys." So the person is literally like, "Hi guys." The phone is above. They want to show like they are bigger. They are big. So most times in movies, when a scene is about a bully, you see that they are videoing the bully from under, and they are videoing the person that is being bullied from up. So the person looks smaller. So you see, in your content, you need different contents. Sometimes you might need to hang your phone somewhere and talk to the camera and be like, "Buy my product now," and bring it down and be like, "If you patronize me today, you get 25% off." That's what makes your videos interesting, introducing different angles. The next one you can really tell is the high angle. And this one, the camera is above the eye level. You can see here that these kids are on the staircase, is showing them. It's also showing this man on the hospital bed. The camera is above. Next, we have wide shots. For each shot, I will challenge you to go and read about different shots. Each shot have different functions. Wide shot helps you to establish location. For example, you can tell that this is a bustling city, this is an urban area, this is not a rural area. You can tell that this is a salon. So most of the time when you're watching a movie, you see that the movie starts with a wide shot of Lagos Link, Ikoyi Link Bridge. When you're watching a Nigerian movie, Ikoyi Link Bridge. If you've not seen it, you don't know that you're in Nigeria yet. In fact, it's Jamaica they shot, is not Nigeria. Because they're trying to establish location. And you see Lagos, Nigeria. There's another state, another place that it's a popular monument. Like if you're shooting in Edo, I think Benin Boys, the music video, they call me Charlie Poppy. So that I know that it's Benin Boys. You see a place where there are statues in Benin. Those are establishing location shots. So for you now, you have a place you operate from. Get a wide angle of your shot. Somebody can get on your street, and because of the shots that you've put of outside, they can tell that, okay, this is the malam that is beside that shot that she puts. Wide angle shots, you're shooting in a party. Your things are being displayed in a party. A wide angle to show how big the party size is. Even if the seats are empty, the person paid for 2,000 seats. Every wide angle, you put your your camera lens. You've used this 0.5 is wide angle. If you click on it, now is normal. If I click on it, it shows you more information. So get more information. And then we have close-up shots, extremely close-up shots. They're just highlighting like a part of a person. Like now you can see, you want detail, you see all those Lucozade Boost adverts. When the person will swear, they will not do like this, just to highlight that, this person is sweating, the person needs cold Lucozade Boost. That's what the person needs. Close-up. Close-up shows emotions. When somebody is about to cry, when somebody is emotional, when somebody is so happy. So if you're happy, first you can do a wide shot of you jumping, and then a closer shot of your face, just like, God, I'm so happy. We can feel the closer we are to you, the more we can feel the happiness. That's why action movie like this, when they're about to shoot somebody and the person knows that I'm about to die, they don't stay on a wide shot. They zoom in to show you the person's fear, like, please don't kill me. I'm begging you, please. I'm dramatic, sorry. Next up, we have POV shots. So these POV shots are usually taken with the phone in front of the person. So like, if I want to show that this is what I'm looking at, this will be my POV shots. You get me? So it's basically showing what the eye can see. That's what POV shot is. So it's supposed to be placed at the eye level. So if the person means that if the person should move like this, the phone moves. The person should move like this, the phone moves. Get me? So you're seeing what the main subject is saying. Over the shoulder shot, these are great for conversations. If you're having a conversation with someone, a client, anybody, you can put the camera on a tripod and put it behind one person, and then the other person, you can still see the other person. You can see that the conversation. You're showing emotions. Most times when people are chiking, a boy and a girl, they are chiking each other. You see this, they are interchanging between over shoulder shots, wide shots, over shoulder shots, wide shot, because they don't show you the emotions. They don't show you that two people are talking. They don't show you how the other person is reacting when one person is talking. That's what they want to show you. Start for my course now. Don't stress yourself. So the business of mobile videography, and this one I'll talk freely about it. First things, I'll talk about how to price yourself, because I think somebody mentioned that he or she wants to go into mobile videography. The point is always how to price yourself. Always asking yourself, people pay me how much to do this. When I started mobile videography, that was last year, I used to charge I think 20,000 naira. I've been paid 5,000 naira before for a sit-down shoot. Ridiculous amount. I was paid, but when I now commercialized, I was doing 5,000 naira to edit, not to shoot. 5,000 naira to edit, and then when I commercialized, I was doing 20 to 30,000 naira for sit-down videos, just sit down talk. To shoot events, I was doing 40, 50,000 naira per event. But now, it's not like that. My sit-down shoots are now 70K. My events are now 100. Things have doubled up. And these are things, the things I consider when I'm doing my pricing. Number one, location of the shoot. If your house is in Ikorodu, Egbeda, Lakwe, these are like extreme locations. Anywhere that I know that it is too far from my house and it's probably unsafe, I add extra 10,000 naira. For you, it's going to be different. It might be an extra 2K, an extra 1K just for the stretch. The amount of deliverables. For me, if I'm shooting 3 videos for you, 1 video, 5 videos, it's not a multiplication system for me. It's a value-based system for me. That's how I run. So for some people, they say, oh, my sit-down video is 50K. So if you want to do 10 videos, that's 50K times 10, 500K. That's how much you're paying me. But some people, they'll tell you that, okay, if you do 1 video, 50K. If you want to do 5 videos, I can bring it down for you to 30K per video. Value-based. I think you should consider as your gadgets. When I started shooting, I was using that 35K softbox. I was using K9 mic and this RGB. I was using all of those. It did not reach like, let's say, 160K. But now, what I'm using for this whole thing now, this light in front of me is 150,000. This light is 120. The mic is 300,000. So I cannot price the same 20,000 hours. Your client is not paying for all your gadgets, but it's a value add-on. I cannot price the same price as someone that's using ring lights will charge, because I've invested more in my gadgets. I've invested more in the quality, not just in the type of gadget. So to command more money, they have to see. Showbiz is what is making money. If you go for a shoot and you show up with just your phone, the cameraman can even tell you to sit down. That guests are not allowed to shoot, but you're a videographer. But if you go and you have a mini tripod attached to your phone, or you have my gimbal is on here, or you have a gimbal attached to your phone, people will even be greeting you. They might not even ask you who invited you for the program. I went for a program. They just said, you're the videographer. Before I even said yes, they took me to the front. Because you look like you came for business. People would size you in that light. When initially I used to go with my phone, when I started carrying tripods, carrying all these things, sometimes you might not even need it for that shoot. But because the client wants to look like I hired a photographer, you need to look the part. So people come and meet you, they approach you and they're like, oh, sorry, is this what you do? Are you a videographer? I'm like, oh, yes, I do mobile videography. Conversation was started because of how you look. It's not by printing them on t-shirts. It's by also looking like you are qualified for the role. That's it. So those are things I consider when you're pricing. I've said location, I've said gadgets, and I've said experience is another thing. So when I just started, I was doing 10K job, 5K job, 20K job. This is 1 full year. the type of gigs that I have done. I have done 2 international trips. I have done interstate trips. Right now, I cannot be fighting for backyard job that's probably trying to pay me half of what my time is worth. Because you're also paying, person is also paying you for your editing time. If that person wants 5 videos, you're going to sit down and edit 5 videos. You get me? So you cannot sit down to edit 5 videos and then be expecting that the person will just pay you chicken change. You need to place yourself in such a way that the person sees you as valuable. Look the part, act the part. Do not shy away from jobs. Let me see. This is where I'm going to end. For those of you that want to become mobile videographers, people might make you feel like, what are you doing? Why are you doing the way you're doing it? Go and buy a camera, you're a joke, blah, 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 blah. I don't like talking figures. I don't like talking figures because I don't want people to size me outside. You get me? But one thing I always say is that look at the market trends. Market trends don't lie. When a new phone comes out, the top 5 things advertised in that phone, the camera is one of it. Let's not lie to each other. When iPhone 16 came out, one of the things that they kept hammering on, there's a camera button. When you click on the camera button, camera automatically open. You can zoom in, zoom out on the camera button. A lot was going on and on about the camera. The Google Pixel should release phone. Outside 5G, outside how sleek and everything, the next thing is the camera. And that's the truth. Even Infinix, Techno, all of them, they want you to, their phones that they'll be like, this content creator dream phone because of the camera. And because of the rise in prices, a number of people cannot even afford regular videographers that carry their cameras, but they can afford you. So you're an industry, you are a niche on its own. There are business owners that cannot shoot videos to save their life, but they need videos. You can be on a retainer with businesses. Phone is accessible. Phone is easy to use. Phone is flexible. If you want to become a dream videographer that uses camera, but now you're still learning the business of mobile videography, you will be able to multiply that in your proper videography business. It's not like this one is not proper, but let's just say proper. Phones are more accessible. They are less intimidating. Some people cannot speak to a camera, but they can speak to a phone. So before you go on and on about, oh my God, I want to wait, so I'm going to get a camera and I'm going to start my business, it's never going to happen. Tell what you have in your pocket. The best thing to capture that memory is what you have in your pocket. And then as a mobile videographer, you can then ask yourself, okay, what are the add-on services that I can do? What some people do as add-on is to take over your social media page when they are shooting. So you have one person that is shooting, one person is posting on social media live as the activities happen. Especially it's like a conference. You want to pepper those at home to make them feel like, why didn't you come for the conference? So they want to be posting live. So that's an add-on service. You can have more videos that, okay, if you do, if your competitors are doing one video at 100,000, don't worry, me, I'll do 3 videos at 100,000 naira for you. It just depends on how you place yourself. The effort, you need to time that, okay, these 2 extra videos I want to do. Maybe it's my intern that I'll do it, or one of my friends that are learning that I'll do it, or it's not going to be as long as the main video. See, there's money in the business, it's a whole industry opening up, and there's opportunities that you can jump on in mobile videography. So do not allow anybody ask you, nobody's gonna pay you. Who is gonna pay you? Don't be that person. Don't fall for it. So at this junction, it would be nice to say, thank you very much. Let me see if I stayed. Actually, I closed right on time, 9 o'clock. Wow, even though we started 30 minutes late. So now I'll be going in for questions. If you have any question, just tell me. I would. Somebody said, how about artisans? I'm not sure if when you started mobile videography, which phone did you start with? When I commercialized, I started with this an 11. But when I was learning, I learned with where's my start phone? So for the longest time, I was using an iPhone 6s. commercializing for people to pay me was an 11. But I started an iPhone 6S to learn. And with this iPhone 6X, I was shooting content for the state government in Bayelsa as a copper. So my NYSC guys posted me to like somewhere close to the state house so that I could be creating content for NYSC and also for my office. I should stop sharing videos. Okay, sorry. Let me stop sharing. Yeah. So I could, you get what I mean? So this was the phone. This was the phone that I was using then to perfect my skill, then on CapCut. But if you want to commercialize, it would be nice to maybe start from like an X. Have a friend that uses X if you are on a very low budget. If you're not on a low budget, then shoot. Get a Samsung. If you're an Android person, if you're a techno person, research the phone in that industry or in that brand that's going to give you quality for what you need. Get me? So I think I answered that question. Yeah. I wrote for the boot camp. But I don't turn actress. I don't turn actress, so I wish to see your face. This is my face here. Please, I wasn't able to get the pricing template. Pricing is a problem for me. So, like I said, pricing, number one, your experience. For those of you that want to become mobile videographers, your experience level, your portfolio strength is also important. So, even though you have been shooting in the dark, you need to have like a page that has your work. If you don't have that, you might need to still do jobs at a really affordable price so that you can build that portfolio. Give yourself like, okay, 10 jobs within different industries, wedding, food and drinks, this, that. You have your portfolio now. You can increase your price. Your gadgets, what are you using? I cannot be using K9 and be charging 100K. I remember one very funny situation that happened. At that time, I was using K9 mic. I went to a client. I charged that client, I think 30K per video. At times I was doing 5 videos, so that was like 150K. And I got there with my light, everything, and then the client sees my mic. I'm like, I have this mic now. This is my study. I don't even know how to use it. I have it. This mic is really affordable. The next time I went to that client's house, I just felt like, okay, so now you're now sizing because of this 20K mic. I'll be okay, sorry. And I had the cash flow at that time, so I just bought it. So invest in your gadgets. It makes you look serious. It doesn't have to be an expensive gadget, mind you. Don't mind that I'm shouting 300K mic. I bought it for a reason. You don't need 300K mic to hit the industry. There are mics of 150. I shared one of 37,000 mic. The reason why I got this particular mic was not just for content creation. I wanted to use it for streaming. I wanted to use it for a couple of other things that I needed the functions in this mic to use. So research before you buy. So pricing templates, experience, gadgets, volume, location. Those are important things that you should look at. Omotayo says, thanks for the session. InShot or CapCut, which one is good for editing? I am not an InShot fan because when I started editing, I just never fell into the InShot trap. So I can't say. It's really, most of these editing apps offer the same thing, just different layouts. So what works for you? For me, CapCut works for me. Before CapCut, I was using KineMaster. Before KineMaster, I was using Filmic Pro. After CapCut, I'm using Premiere Pro. I want to start using DaVinci very soon. So all of these things are offering the same thing. So which one works for you? Which one are you more familiar with? Which one will you get on and get the functions that you need? That's the one you should use. You were saying 60 frames per second for slow motion and 24 frames per second for fast movement. Why? 60 frames per second means that there are 60 pictures that made 1 second of that video. Number one, it's heavier. Number two, when you slow down the video, it is smoother. So if you're doing a normal video, you can use 30 frames per second. or 24 frames per second if you have that option, because the movement is normal, you're not doing any effects. But if you're using 60 frames is able to accommodate effects. It has more data captured. So when you're manipulating, because your videos are data, when you're manipulating the data, it has accommodation for manipulation, basically. InShot works for you, so then InShot away. InShot away. The point is that at the end of the day, do you have a video? Yes, then that's it. Do we have any other question? Any other question? Let me check these people. When I edit with CapCut, when I edit with CapCut and upload, the quality dropped and comes like very blurry. What could be the issue? This. So one issue, you might have shot in 4K and you're trying to upload on Instagram in 4K. Instagram does not accommodate 4K. YouTube accommodates 4K. Instagram does not. Most times, once you upload a video in 4K on Instagram, it's going to reduce the quality and it's going to drag and it's going to look blurry. YouTube 4K, Instagram 1080p, TikTok 1080p also. That's the best answer that I can give to that. So check, are you shooting in 4K? If yes, are you uploading and posting in 4K? If yes, change that to 1080p and you should be good with good lighting. Do we have any other question? Anybody? So that we can share the grace and we're good. What is another mind-blowing app you use to edit? I already mentioned that. I use Premiere Pro, I use DaVinci Resolve. But most of this, there's Premiere Rush also. Premiere Rush is for mobile phone. But most of DaVinci is for system, laptop. I use CapCut on my laptop too. So that's it. That's it. How do we change to 1080p? So 1080p is HD. 1080p is your HD. You can go to your settings, search for camera. When you search for camera, click on video record, you see 1080p, 4K. So just switch on 1080p. And if you're already in your camera, just click on that HD on top, or your top left corner. Let me just show you. This HD, that HD there is 1080, 30 frames per second HD. If you want to change it to 4K, just tap on the HD and then it becomes 4K. And you want to change it to 60 frames per second, tap on the 60, 30 and it becomes 60. Do we have any other question? So it's a wrap. We had over 30, 40 people here. And then we also have a number of people on YouTube. We also have a number of people on YouTube. I cannot tell how many people are on YouTube, but we have a number of them. So thank you so much for your time. If there's any question, please drop your question. We'll be dropping the links to register on the group chat. Kindly click the link. If you're interested in the bootcamp, you want to take content creation a notch higher, you want to ensure that your content game for your business or your personal work is going to become a game changer, then sign up for the course. It is limited number, basically, limited number, and we're good to go. One last thing. Pardon me. One last thing. Content creation journey is a consistent journey. Content creation needs to be consistent. Do not do content creation and start, stop. That's not the goal. Anybody that you've seen that is being content creation started and they stayed consistent. So repent of inconsistency, change your ways. So one more task. Kindly drop on the group chat in terms of feedback, how the session was for you. Was it bad? Was it a waste of your time? Kindly drop feedback because this helps me improve the next classes. Our next few classes are going to be next year. So just going to tell me something that you'd have loved me to add to this session. It'd be nice to know what you'd have loved me to add to this session. Was this everything you wanted and expected? Did you learn something? So just drop in the group chat now. I would love to see notifications on my phone. So please drop a message. Let me see who's the first person to drop. Let me see the first person to drop a message on the group chat to just give me feedback on how this session was for you. Was it for your time? Was it something that you would do again if you saw an opportunity like this? Should we hint you up about the next one? So nobody has dropped. Omolola, where are you? Koso, where are you? Where are you? Fumilayo, where are you? Where's everybody now? It's time to give feedback. So I'm expecting to see your feedback. I will be dropping how to make payments immediately after. I see Adama. I absolutely love this class. Thank you so much, Adama. If there's anything you love us to improve, kindly also drop it in the comment section. Adama has opened the floor for everybody. First person, effect. So see you next time. Next time we'll be having free classes would be next year. So I will definitely share the flyers on the group chat so that we can probably share with someone since you've already like partaking in this. So maybe next class, tell me something that you want us to talk about next class so that I can prepare for that for next year. But do not be in the free class gang for life. Join the paid class as soon as possible. It says, so have a great night. Oh, Omala, thank you. Omala, drop it on the group chat. Let's prepare those that did not come. There are those people that did not come at all. Let's prepare them. Go and drop images and different things. Say how you feel on the group chat so that those that did not make it will ask, what really happened in that class? They share money. I think this is what money does. I think so, though. Thank you so much, Casey. Thank you so much, P. It was really lovely doing this with you guys. So you can drop off now. I wish I could play music. Oh, okay. I see. Notified about it. Oh, thank you. Yes, I like what I wish I could. Anuela said, content creation is not overnight. Do not think about it. I'm not 100K followers yet, but guess what? The money, one of them might come and first, more followers might come first, and then money will come later, depending on the route that you're taking. For some people, they want to be influencers. So if you want to be an influencer, brand wants to see how consistent you can be. You can see people like Lai Wasabi, they've gone from hobby to business. So if Lai Wasabi was dropping one video per month, I'll just make us laugh and go. He can't do that now because he needs to earn from it. So he's probably dropping one video. There was one time that every time I open my TikTok, I will see a Lai Wasabi video. And the same thing with Aproko Doctor when they were building their brand. So the thing is that do not feel like there's a lot of people already doing it, because guess what? When people hit that point of fame, they get into deals that they cannot still be consistent as they wanted to. And then big brands catch them. Yeah, this is the mass, this is the cycle. Sometimes life happens. E.g., Maraji, she got married, she gave birth, she couldn't be as consistent if you noticed. She started doing content with her son at some point just so that content has to still go out. But guess if there was a second Maraji that was already building up momentum to just enter, it would have been a sweet slide. This would have just displaced her. Not like displaced like that, but there will be another option. Tauma is there. Tauma is doing stuff in Canada now. She's signing bigger deals. She's not able to chase scripts and shoots as often as possible. Imagine there's a second Tauma. Imagine there's a second Lai Wasabi. Imagine there's a second Hawa. You get what I mean? You get me? So thank you so much, guys. I'll need to end this session so that I can go. How much is the paid class? The paid class is 40,000 naira. But if you want to sign up this evening, full payment is 36,000 naira, 10% off. And then if you want to do half bread means that you're paying for half, 20,000 naira, and then you do 20,000 naira later. Thank you so much. You said you should remind your Category of tripod stand. For those that still want to see the tripod stand, just hold on. I need to get them. 1 minute. Aha. So you can see that I have a lot of tripod. This one, let me show you them and what their differences are. There is this one that's pocket friendly. You can mount your phone on it. You can put your phone. You can have it in your bag, like in your handbag. I always, when I'm going on like solo trips, I always have this if I don't have a lot of space. You can just put it on the floor, mount your phone, take a walk, come back. That's like solo trip kind of edit, kind of vlog. I think it's less than 10,000 naira. Hey, I have a bigger version. So for this one, it extends, but the extension is not so much. This is it. This one is double that size. It also has a phone holder, double the size. It is my height. It extends more. And then you can, this is 25,000 naira. Yeah. If you want any of this equipment, you can actually buy from us too, because we sell. And you can mount your in front of you and you're good to go. So when I started shooting with this last year. I just put my phone, go for events, shoot like this. That time I was still charging 20K, 30K. This is the light stand that comes with most of the lights that you buy. It's soft. This is a thicker version. Let me just drop this here. You see that there's a thickness difference. This is stronger than this. And then you have the big boy in the building. This is a light stand. So this is what I use to mount my lights, my heavy duty lights when I'm shooting. And then I have a gimbal, but it's not here with me because I went for a shoot, so I didn't carry it along. So I think that's all. So thank you for the reminder. I'm very grateful. Our YouTube guys, I think we're good to go. So it's a wrap. Thanks so much for your time. Have an amazing evening. I sell everything, anything you want to buy. If you want to buy lights, you want to buy mic, you want to buy anything, I sell them. Yeah. Have a great night ahead. People don't want to go. Bye. So the link to the recording is going to be sent to your email and it's going to be available for 24 hours so that you can watch. Or you can also go to YouTube and you're able to watch it from YouTube also. Thank you.